we move past this? Friends, the game brings us together, and the fact that all of us have the chance to gather again trumps everything else. Fans will come together today, and they will cheer a little harder. As for the team, it can reveal its true character today. What will their response be?
Back to pass, throws it deep down the middle, has the man wide open, caught by Washington. Good, nice Vienna. Throws it deep down the far side for James Washington. He leaps and makes the catch. James Washington, his second of the day. Charles, left side, makes a man miss. 35-40 to midfield. Childs on the loose down the left sideline. 25-20, 15, 10, 5. Pistols firing. 67 yards for Rennie Childs. Lightning storm delay that's just started here in Stillwater with 12:55 left in the fourth, and the tie game at 38.
And the game is being temporarily interrupted.
Goes it deep down the near side, man wide open, caught by Juwan Seals. Giles up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone. Deep over the middle, and it's intercepted. Cowboys defeat Pitt 45-38.
Welcome to the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. The Cowboys with a win over Pittsburgh enter conference play at 2-1. It was an exciting win for the Cowboys against Pittsburgh, and we'll cover that in detail throughout the show. But first, now you're through non-conference. What has been maybe an area that's been most pleasing to you, something you've been really happy about so far, maybe something you didn't expect to be as good as it is?
We have improved some in the running game. We've reduced our missed assignments up front. But week to week from here on out, we're going to play really good teams in the front seven. So we have to continue to make improvements in that area. We were able to get good play from Rennie Childs, stepped up for Chris Carson. Defensively, I like the depth that we have on our defensive front. I think that's helping us in a running game. We got hit some in this running game against Pittsburgh, not necessarily because of that. We got out-gapped a couple times with some of their speed. But overall, the attitude of the team is good. Their commitment, health-wise, we're in pretty good shape. So we're about where we wanted to be going into this game. We just wish we'd be 3-0.
Coming up, we take a look at the highlights of the Cowboys' wild win over Pitt on the Cowboy Football Roundup. We're back on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. Game 3 of the college football season for Oklahoma State. Strike the stadium at Boone Pickens Stadium as we look at the highlights. Looks good, Coach.
It's
don't
awesome.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, we should do it every game, change the colors, go to black and orange, gray. We have the silver gray in our colors here. But I know the players really liked it, and I thought it was awesome.
Quite an entertaining start, too.
First play of the game, nice ball by Mason. Nice job by James reaching out there and making the catch, keeping his balance, and got him for a big one on the first play. Had formation into the boundary, and a little confusion on the safety's part with the inside receiver, and then James Washington ran right by him.
Well, and you mentioned earlier in the week prior to the Pitt game, you thought Pitt would stick to its defensive philosophy, and first play they did, and you hit them.
They were 8 yards deep with their safeties, and Coach Narduzzi there at Pitt, he's a Michigan State guy, defensive guy, and that's what they believe in. This was good. We had a nice play there, 27, the freshman. Took the outside zone, got it blocked up, got a few yards.
Justice Hill on that carry for the Cowboys as the drive continues here. Big third down catch by Austin Hayes.
Yeah, great catch and nice ball, but really good catch there. Concentration, keeping his foot in bound on third and 14 or so. Defense is up here. It's a nice job by Burton scooping his ankles there on the tailback flare, forcing the third down. Offense is back out, and we've got good protection, got a good throw, and James Washington's back at it, had interference and made the catch. So signs of what he did last year.
Another third down conversion, much better in that area this week as opposed to Central Michigan.
Sure. And then Grogan had come on and drilled the field goal. We missed one earlier, but he came in and knocked the 45-yarder right through the middle.
And we're tied at 10 as we work our way into the latter stages of the first quarter. And boy, more good defense here against a pretty good Pitt running back, James Conner.
Yeah, good play there by Chad. Good running back. Great story for him, overcoming the illness that he had and coming back and playing. It's pretty remarkable. And then there's Cole. Came in and was our defensive player of the game.
Had 2 sacks.
Had a great game for us. Mason did a nice job there on second down. I think we were 2nd and 10 there. And corner fire, pressure, got the ball off to the flat. Got him in another man situation, put the ball right on the money, drifted away from the corner, and Lacey makes a great over-the-shoulder catch and another 25-yard gain.
Boy, and you just kept hitting them. I mean, you just kept hitting them over and over again. And here's another one, as a matter of fact.
Man coverage and put the ball up, give him a chance, let him go up and take it and play basketball, rebound. He's hip to hip. All you got to do is put the ball up. The corner's playing blind, right? You can't see it, and we can. So.
How hard is it to do that? I mean, you kept hitting him over and over, and it's not like the first time you've done it. I mean, but this has been a recurring theme the last 2 years.
You know, when you're playing games like this, it has to happen. And if not, then obviously you're not going to do as well. Nice ball there, huh?
Yeah,
right
there's
on the money.
another one.
Right halfway between the bottom of the numbers and the out of bounds. Caught it right there, and they were fortunate that he made a nice tackle. Otherwise, he's going to score again. Back to the running game. Got them all blocked right there. We talk about it. People ask. So there's an example of what happens if you get them all blocked. And again, downhill running game with Rennie was really good in the score zone and pounded through again. Good job up front, covering guys up. We want to block the first level guys, and you have to run through the second level right there.
1 of 4 touchdowns for Rennie Childs.
Yeah, can't block them all on the goal line.
Move ahead to later in the second quarter, and Childs, the longest run of his career.
And got them all blocked, but the corner, don't have one for the corner. Seals did a great job blocking on the perimeter and leading the way. Seals had a great game for us, but played really hard when he didn't have the ball in his hands. That's what you have to do. You see it a lot on Saturdays, right? You see guys make a miss and get a big run. Well, we've been due. We needed to make a guy miss and get a big play.
And you've always thought Rennie Childs was capable of doing something like this, haven't you?
And I told him during the game, I said, Rennie, this is what we brought you here for. This is the best you've run since you were a true freshman. And he's smart. He's got good speed. He's thick. He can make you miss. And I'm hoping that we lit a fire under him and he gets it, because we need him to run well from this point on.
So the Cowboys went into the halftime locker room with a 31-24 lead, and we're back to look at the second half highlights. The good news is you don't have to sit through an hour and 55-minute delay because of a storm. We'll just make sure you get to see all the highlights when we come back.
Set a single game passing record with 540 yards. What was working for you?
Well, we ran the ball for 4 touchdowns tonight, and that was huge. Just kind of continue to become, even more balanced as an offense, and Rennie Childs as well as the offensive line did a tremendous job of keeping us balanced and moving the ball on the ground, and that kind of opened up things in the passing game.
Mason Rudolph, very humble because he had a record-setting day, 540 yards passing, but quick to talk about his run game. But, Coach, as we look at the second half highlights, Rudolph is back at it again, passing the football.
Yeah, great pass protection here. Good pickup by the tailback, and then hits Washington on a stop route, makes the corner miss.
But Pitt adjusted some defensively, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They made some adjustments, and this is what it was. It was pressure. Mason did a great job, saw pressure, throws the outcut to the field with Seals. But their answer was pressure based on not being able to defend the deep ball, so they just said, we're going to try to get there before you can throw it.
Nice job. This was a big drive, too, because they just tied the game up.
Sure, and nice job there. Mason moved around the pocket. Washington catches it, makes a guy miss, jumps over another guy, gets out of bounds, doesn't take a hit. I like that. And down there again in the first and goal, handing the ball to Rennie, bounced outside, and Seals again. See him on the perimeter there blocking. Another great block, and Rennie can do this. I mean, he dips in and dips out. He's got the speed to do it. Really happy for him. Really happy for Rennie.
Childs with over 100 yards rushing, 101 yards on the day, and back on defense trying to stop the run, and Jarrell Owens makes that play.
Good play there by Jarrell. They run the inside zone of power play pretty much most of the day. In a 3rd and long, 3-man, they ran the football. Great job backside. I think that's Traylon. junior college player that's getting better each day for us. 2nd and 10, we got a draw to Rennie, and picked up 10.
Picked up a first down there as we work our way toward the end of the 3rd quarter. Now early in the 4th.
Another power play. Good job there by Stearns and Burton. And there's play action naked. Good pursuit there by Cole. Good job not leaving his feet. And a nice play there by Trey Flowers.
So the Cowboys get a stop, and then the storm came.
Mm-hmm. Good time.
How'd you manage that?
It was perfect for us.
How so?
We were struggling a little bit on offense just from how to handle all the different blitz and come up with a plan to run the ball into it. So I thought it came at a good time for us. And also defensively, we needed to make some adjustments on the speed sweep. So we got a little help. We needed a break.
Hour and 55 minutes, as a matter of fact, before the two teams were able to resume play.
This is one of the plays that we drew up in the locker room.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Rennie Childs going around.
Got them all blocked
nice
there.
Game.
Got them all blocked. Good job there to start the delay on the other side of the ball. It's Cole again, right?
Yes. And Pittsburgh really struggled to move the ball their last 3 series after the delay. Was that an adjustment too there on that little jet sweep?
They had movement up front and then an adjustment there on the outside.
It's a tough offense to defend, isn't it?
Well, you just don't see it, and it's hard to simulate the speed.
Yeah.
Nice concept. Then they run the power play inside, and there's a little shovel option. Another nice play there by Traylon Wright. He's coming on, getting better and better.
Yeah, junior college transfer in his first year at Oklahoma State. Now we're moving later in the 4th.
Yeah, they're moving it here a little bit. They had 2 or 3 good runs, went back to it, and got a nice play there by Devontae. Came up big a week ago, and then 3rd and 4, they tried to run it again, and Burton came and the rest of the group, and that was big now because they had moved the ball about 20, 35 yards, 30 yards or so. And I was a little concerned about them keeping momentum and getting a field goal, and got a big stop, and what that did is that put them in like a 4th and 7. So they had to give it back. It wasn't a lot of time. We went to the stutter route, and they bid again. And then Seals kicked in his track speed from high school. That's the way he looked when he used to run the 4x1 relay. And what a good move. And Mason did a good job of not trying to throw a perfect throw when a guy was wide open, and then watch him change the ball in his hands and protect the ball there. So some really good technique and fundamentals there. And you're on the goal line running the ball. We've got to block the front line. We cannot block the rest of it. You got to run through the last guy right there. He ran through it and scored. So Rennie, I don't know that anybody would have stopped him at that point. Rennie was in his zone. He was excited, and so now they've moved the ball a little bit. They had 3 plays left. That would be 1, and they had a good job. Burton did a nice job of just distracting the receiver when he jumps here, and ball went right into Seven's hands again. I hope he's like Sean Lewis. You remember Sean Lewis, every time there was a ball thrown at a key time or the ball was on the ground, he was standing right there.
Oh, he made some huge plays. Texas A&M in 2010 had that interception return before he cramped up, and you got the field goal to win that one.
Yeah, I think that Ramon's got a nose for that, so hopefully that's working to our benefit.
Speaking of getting their money's worth, fans who came to the Pitt game were not only entertained on the field, they got to participate in the first Stripe the Stadium event at Boone Pickens Stadium. Now Allison Gappa has more on that when we return.
For the first time in school history, Oklahoma State striped the stadium orange and white for this non-conference Power 5 matchup against Pittsburgh. The Cowboy football team also striped their uniforms wearing white, orange, white. It's a way for everyone to bounce back in style. I know when you were here, we hadn't striped the stadium yet. What do you think about the orange and white today?
It's cool. I like it a lot. I think it's something for the players to see. It gives a new excitement. So it's a lot of fun. Being back here in this atmosphere is so much fun. I love this place, and these people right here, everywhere around, are great. So it's awesome.
I think it turned out great. Everyone showed up wearing orange and white, and I love it.
You guys even have the white paddles.
I love the white paddles. That's a great idea. I didn't even know about it, but they showed up with the white paddles and it worked out. So it's actually really awesome because we get to sit on the front row. We get to be with all our friends, and we get to see all the excitement in the stadium. and it's awesome to cheer on our team like this.
What do you think about the stripe the stadium?
I think it looks pretty awesome, honestly. It looks really cool.
We started in March, we said we're going to do this, and we had all these different sketches of how we stripe the stadium, so our stadium's a little weird, and everyone deciding, do we do orange and white, or orange and black, or checkers, or what stripes, and whatever, and so it was really fun to put it all together and come up with a good idea on how we're going to get the students, and everything actually came together today. I love it. A+ for the first one. I think our fans see that it can happen, and next time we can make it that much better.
Back on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. Your first conference game is on the road at Baylor. And it would seem to me that people watch Baylor and they think of Baylor in one way, when in reality, offensively, there's something different. They think of the big plays and the passing game, but there's a whole lot more to Baylor than that, isn't there?
Very similar to what they have been the last few years. Offensively, they're a running football team, and they get big plays in the passing game based on their ability to get numbers up front and run the ball downhill. They've got great speed at wideout. Their quarterback throws a really nice deep ball. So that gets a lot of attention. But as we see it, they want to run the football. And that's what they've done. If you look at their numbers, they've been very successful doing that. Defensively, it's Phil Bennett's there, the same that he's been for a long, long time. He goes to a little bit more of an odd front now than 4 down, but for the most part, coverages and the way they tie it in the back end is very similar. Special teams. So they had a lot go on, but on the field, when you watch them on tape, very similar to what they have been the last few years.
And we'll have highlights of the Cowboys conference opener against Baylor on our next show. For Coach Gundy and Allison Gappa, I'm Dave Hunziker. See you next time on the Cowboy Football Roundup.
The Cowboy Football Roundup is brought to you by Bud Light, a proud partner of Oklahoma State football. Cowboys, raise one to right now. By OG&E, power at the speed of life. By Case IH, get in the red zone and win with Case IH. Learn more about exclusive offers on top-performing tractors and combines at caseih.com/Cowboys. By the VisitStillwaterOK.org Shop, Dine, and Stay partners. Be sure to shop, dine, and stay in America's friendliest college town. Brought to you by VisitStillwaterOK.org. By Mercy, your life is our life's work. And by Cox, your OSU sports connection.